Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Radiant team pick.
Night Stalker.
Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Queen of Pain.
Ancient apparition.
Radiant team pick.
Dragon Knight.
Dire
Welcome
team
back, everybody. Singularity versus Planet Dog, game 2 of this best of 3 lower bracket round 1 matchup in the European qualifier for the International 2017. W1 joined by Merlini, as we see if Singularity can do this 2-0 or if we'll be forced into a third matchup.
Dire
What do you
team
think?
ban.
You got a little bit of the draft to work with now, so
I
it's
have
not,
no
it's not a
idea.
complete blind guess.
Singularity, they looked good in game number 1 of their series yesterday, and then they just dropped the ball in games 2 and 3. So I don't have that much faith in them. But I haven't seen them yet with AA, and they apparently just own with AA.
Okay.
It was first phase banned versus them.
That's true. It was always AA Puck, right? Like AA Puck was...
No, it was after teams started figuring them out. It was
Uh-huh.
which was like in 8th or 9th
10
game of the round
seconds
robin.
remaining.
They have the AA, they have the Queen of
5
Pain,
seconds
so
remaining.
not afraid to pick her up in the very early stages. DK and
Dire
Night
team
Stalker
pick.
being the answer. That's a lot of tank, and that's a very similar headline. Look at the way their heads are made. I don't think the gene pool really has to be too dynamic between the DK and the Night Stalker. Maybe they're brothers?
You don't even know what his head looks like.
10
It's covered in a
seconds
helmet.
remaining.
Yeah, but the helmet as well as the head, like it looks...
What if
5
it's
seconds
one of those
remaining.
weird helmets? Like, what if his head's so weird shaped, but his helmet makes his head look normal because his head's so odd?
Reserve
He could be a
time.
cone head. He could have like an indentation in his head. You can't tell.
Do you remember that movie?
Which one?
Coneheads?
Cone heads? Oh, I actually got creeped out by that.
I got so creeped out by that. I kept wondering if I had a second row of teeth as a kid, just because of that movie.
I never watched the movie.
You never watched it?
No, they look so creepy. I don't want to spend it. I'm that type of guy that doesn't watch any horror movies. Why bother?
Wait, that's a horror movie?
No. I don't watch horror movies because I don't like things that are upsetting / slightly displeasing.
You know, I watched the first Saw,
Mm.
and
How old were you?
I was maybe 10 when I saw that.
That's
10
terrifying.
seconds
And I watched
Your
remaining.
parents let you do this?
No. My mum wouldn't even let me
seconds
watch The
remaining.
Simpsons. She thought that would be too negative of an impact on my upbringing.
Reserve
I
time.
was massively sheltered. No, but the last scene of Coneheads, it was crazy. I can never look at a piece of rubber again the same way. It was very, very...
It just sounds weird.
It-
Rubber is slang for condom. So
Yes, it is.
are you talking about actual condom or rubber?
I wasn't going to say the word, and I was going to let
okay.
everyone else enjoy it. But if we want to make this really
I
bloody
haven't
obvious,
I haven't even seen the movie. You can't use euphemisms. I was like, okay, well, if you see like a tire, are you gonna have PTSD from watching the movie? I don't know what you're talking about.
there's just something about a circular rubber that just makes me
Well, I have no idea what the movie's about, so okay, I don't want to know.
It's aliens with cone heads who try and hide out in Earth. Had the guy from Ghostbusters as one of the leads.
Well, Dragon Knight could be a cone head, but the rest of his lineup, Spirit Breaker, Night Stalker, clearly not cone heads.
Lone Druid could.
Ancient Apparitions cone head.
With the way they have it, it's more of like a gradient, a high gradient. Sand King is definitely.
Tusk Bins.
Maybe they were worried about the safe. Ancient Apparition hits the ulti, everyone just hides inside the snowball. Tide Hunter. Not a hero I've seen much of during this qualifier.
Wow. Timbersaw would wreck.
They got so much tank.
They have 4 strength heroes. But the AA is actually pretty good versus these sort of heroes, though. Firstly, they're all melee, and you have Spirit Breaker empowering haste, but you have to deal with Icy Vortex. Icy Vortex is a pain in the butt, especially with the tower.
So you just run the Timbersaw to 3 position. SK pushes to 4.
Oh yeah, they easily could.
And then Lone Druid goes 1.
But Patos has been playing the initiating offlaners. He's been playing Magnus and Earthshaker a lot.
Well, I don't know if they really want to get a Magnus in this game. Earthshaker would make a little bit more sense, but you wouldn't want to have the ES versus the Tide Hunter.
They could do Void. I think Void's really good too. Void, AA, Queen, Sand King. That's some good combo.
With 3.5 melees. Yeah. It would be something which would be able to counter the large amount of team fight that I think Planet Dog is going to be able to wrap up. But what does Planet Dog do now? Like, so the DKs their mid, their ties are off, they're missing their safe laner. Who the hell ties this all together? Are we going to go the 5 strength lineup and just outlast them? Do you get something like a Necro and just give Death Pulse, give someone who gives like area of effect heal?
Not versus AA.
Yeah, not versus AA. Maybe you go the Juggernaut, so
I think Juggernaut's pretty good.
That way you could at least time your heal with the healing ward.
Lifestealer is also good
Radiant team ban.
I think the Clinks. Clinks will give you the ability to at least push the lane.
Clink just makes AA's life really difficult. AA hates those sort of heroes that can backstab him from up. I don't know if it's going to be ranged Lone Druid or Radiance Lone Druid. TBD. Probably Radiance, I would say, in this game. Because they can't avoid the Radiance. They're melee heroes.
But if he's the one position, you need the damage.
Radiance is good damage. Radiance plus AA plus Queen plus Veil.
The burn over everything they've got, though, it's going to be good, but is it going to be enough?
The thing, if you go range for him, you're going to get charged. You're just going to get run at. And the Night Stalker can also Crippling Fear you. Like, they can't actually stop the damage from the Radiance in this game because they don't have a good way to kill the bear. They don't have any minus armor. They don't have any percent base damage. Actually, they do have Tidehunter Gush. Minimal in the grand scheme of things. They actually have damage issues. Tidehunter, Spirit Breaker, Night Stalker don't provide that much damage, and Dragon Knight is like a slow and steady.
That's why the Juggernaut still seems like one of the better pickups. Because at least then they bring in the physical damage, even if it isn't range. Then you're running 5 melee or 4.5 melee.
Yeah, what else?
Can you get some push? Can you get something like I'd say a Luna?
Luna would actually be really... I would like Luna for them. They have 4 heroes to be in front of her.
Yeah. Combines up nicely with the magical damage that they end up having then, and it's a Weaver. So, it's more single target, very elusive, and Singularity don't have great lockdown against the Weaver. Like, Burrow Strike is one thing, but Queen of Pain, unless she gets into an Orchid, it could be problematic for Singularity to hold him in position.
They need a lot of levels, too, on Singularity. They need 6 on AA. Sand King also needs levels if he's not off lane. They need a lot of time. Lone Druid doesn't really start being strong until like Radiance or he starts getting his level 10, 15 his 15 talent if he's ranged. So this takes like 20 minutes. I could see Planet Dog just running them over with the Night Stalker Spirit Breaker. Those are very scary heroes.
Timbersaw!
Well, you're right.
Yeah, that's like one of the perfect Timber game. 4 strength heroes. Oh, man. Glorious.
The only downside, is the fact that he doesn't have a disable against the Weaver.
It's position 1. It's offlane queen.
Exotic deer. Maybe that's the way they're gonna at least solve the laning phase.
Oh,
So you make sure the Timber gets a good start.
It's gonna be safe lane queen.
Safe lane queen, off lane
it?
Timber with the SK and the AA.
Offlane queen, I just think is really bad. Just it has a really hard time laning. Like you can't actually do anything. Whereas I think safe lane queen in a 1-on-1, she is really strong in the safe lane 1-on-1. You have so much chaser room.
How has she changed so much? Queen of Pain in the off lane used to actually be a viable option.
It's just you're versus 3 heroes. You can't really do anything. She doesn't have that much
10
armor. I guess she's versus all these
remaining.
melee heroes, so maybe you can't do anything. But like
5 seconds
Shikuchi
remaining.
that, you'd have to pull her sentries for her to do well in the lane. Which I don't think is that great. But at the same time, a offensive try with Sankey and Lone Druid also
switch.
sounds very weak. Okay.
Exotic deer now on the Lone Druid.
That makes more sense.
Oh.
Timbersaw mid is versus DK is the dream. Actually, is versus Alchemist is, but versus DK is.
Well, what a shame Alchemist isn't a
Daydream.
hero anymore.
I'm not sad at all.
I ain't really either.
Get that hero out of here.
Well, in typical style, we'll start the game with a pause. Why do we keep doing this at the start of every single game? Halo, Halo. He's got a Halo.
The breaks are pretty short, though. I think compared to standard tournaments, the qualifiers have been like very swift in back-to-back games. I think the admin has been imposing a time.
What is that from?
The chakram.
Is it? It's actually just his...
I think so.
The animation is just sitting above him.
Sort of maybe.
Or maybe that's meant to be like from around his waist. It's just sitting in an odd position. That's a Queen of Pain. Blocking out
Whoa.
the sun.
What wings are those? The heck?
Let's open it up. So, oh, that's the shoulders, the wings. It is the Veil of the Parasol Sting.
I haven't seen those wings yet. I've seen a lot of Quap cosmetics. I haven't seen that set.
Looks really cool with the way it is. Like, it actually looks like, yeah, little umbrellas. Okay, I need to get out of that. Where do we go from the other side? Tide Hunter! Ah!
Does he have squiddles? Look in his offhand.
He's cold. He's cold, man. Cold and nervous.
He's one with the C.
What do you mean, squiddles?
Squiddles is offhand. No, he doesn't have squiddles. He actually has no cosmetics.
He has a Tide Hunter lunch, the default item. That's all he has, but he does have the taunt. What about DK?
Oh, backstroke that thing.
I like that helmet on DK. He's mixing items though. That's not part of the same set. The Helm of Blazing Oblivion.
Oh, he doesn't have the immortal. Where are all the immortals? Okay, at least Swift ending has.
J4 doesn't have his. He's a sad cow, not a mad cow. Nice Soccer doesn't have his immortal.
Yeah, he does.
Does he?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Back.
Patience from Zoe.
Oh yeah, it is. It is the immortal. Just feel like there should be more ambient effects on it than what it's got.
Oh, Spearbreaker doesn't have the taunt. Have you seen that taunt?
Yeah, that's a fun one.
G.
Time to go. Someone buy these guys donkeys. I mean, real couriers. Not donkeys.
Instructions unclear. Bought donkey. Brought James to their house.
Wow. No asses allowed.
Level 1 stun already skilled on the Sand King. Sometimes you'll see level 1 caustic because you're versus a melee hero, so you're not actually scared to trade blows because caustic is extremely strong level 1.
And they were really early on that block. Like the Radiant Observer Ward came up, so they've blocked the pull camp on the top lane. I always wonder about that. Like, isn't it better for the Tide Hunter to be able to pull that direction?
Not if he expects to be in a 3-on-1 situation. then he just feeds more creeps.
True, because then it
So,
would be like
you have no
holding down
control of
there.
the camp if you're an offlaner in a 3-on-1 situation. But they are throwing Queen
30
on
seconds
bottom,
to
but it looks
battle.
like she will actually be in a tri-lane. There are a lot of heroes. Everyone's partying for this bottom bounty.
Yeah. Spirit Breaker's in the neighborhood. He's got charge available. Nice Stalker sits on the other side of the tree line. No one's coming for this. DK still wants to pick up the top rune. And 33 does not want to be involved in the fight. Do they actually scout out the block?
Which one?
I think they may have actually seen this observer ward go down.
The battle begins.
Because there was a lot of pings that came directly after it went down. But both teams blocking at least one camp against the enemy safe lane. Tidehunter is about to do the interception pull. He's got no stout shield to do this. He went for the quelling blade to start with, and a whole bunch of tangos. But I suppose, what are you going to do against him?
Hey, he's fine.
Yeah.
Lone Druid also doesn't care because he can just tank with his bear. He also has a ton of damage. What the heck is his bear's name?
Sarinki?
What is that?
Sarinki? Misek? Sarinki? Charge bottom lane. Oh, nice Burrow Strike. Actually cancelling J4's charge forward. However, the Weaver bugs will cause them issues.
Get that free gold!
A lot of negative armor on them. Free gold or not, Millen is forcing the issue, and almost every single one of Singularity's off lanes has dropped below 50%.
Wow, level 1 Swarm. Oh my god, I think that's a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm. Maybe they thought they were going to catch out the Weaver when Ishikuchi's forward. Imagine if that charge did connect and SK didn't Burrow Strike. Then Singularity could be in a lot more world of hurt.
Yep,
Radiant's
need
top
sticks.
tower under attack.
This is a 6-stick situation.
Oh, DK.
Oh,
You poor bastard.
Patos.
Oh, they're going again. And Patos, he's dead. I think the bug actually kills him, not to mention the physical damage of the Weaver. Now the SK is on his run. Millen surviving on 19 HP, gets denied up by J4. Oh, that's a quick way to go home and then come back again. What was he actually ticking out to?
Shadow Strike.
That's what it was? Okay. Hence the deny. I'm like, what else is in that lane which can be denied from it? Yeah, it's just Shadow Strike.
Yeah, Quap without levels though. Ugh.
Yeah, this is going to be disgustingly bad.
They need a Bassi, I think, in this lane. That minus armor from the Weaver is crushing them right now. But no one has any gold. Top lane, how's that going? Looks like Lone Druid's
Very
actually
even.
struggling a little bit in CS.
9-3 to 7-4.
Yes.
And he already had to resummon his bear.
It's 2 minutes in. There's been a lot of waves, but he only has 2 waves worth of creeps.
How hard is it to get last hits when you have negative 23 and negative 17?
That's why you need quelling. Quelling is mega value when you're against the Tide. He's getting hit with his hero by the anchor smash. So
I don't want to take my eyes off this bottom lane, but I also really want to see how the mid lane's moving back and forward.
mid lane's fine. I'll let you know. I'll be scouting out. We can, with our powers combined, dude.
Alright, I'll watch bottom lane, and you'll just scream at me if something happens in mid.
He doesn't have Timber Chain, so it's unlikely that a kill will happen.
It's just if there's like the high points up in Whirling Death. And that's all he does, like double damage as well as
Yeah, but
Whirling
he has
Death
no
corrective
catch.
armor.
Like, DK can just walk away.
Maybe that's when we watch for the rotation from J4. But thanks to this Observer Ward this down, if J4 does just charge off the bottom lane towards the mid, it will be scattered out. You'll have to run a little bit further to the west to make that work.
Exotic Deer needs a TP scroll on his bear, actually. His bear is so low and he doesn't have a resummon.
Chilling touch harass. So they're trying to win the lane with, and with all these trees gone, the camp just continues to be pulled.
His bear, oh my goodness. Bear, don't die.
Recalls in. Hey, you've got that value point, gosh. 33. Oh, you're taking too much damage from the tower, man. And he's not stopping. He can't get out. He can't get around. One more attack. Exotic Tear's going to get the first blood. I mean, not the first blood. The kill up on top lane. Ancient Apparition dies in the bottom lane in the meantime.
Haste.
Expected. Ancient Apparition is not good as a safe lane hero. So in the off lane, that hero is just gonna feed.
Well, Ancient Apparition moves towards the mid lane instead now. Only got Chilling Touch and Cold Feet. Not enough control. Haste Rune from the Sand King. Doesn't find anything he's really looking for, and that's what they're looking for in the mid lane. It's meant to be a kill on the DK.
That's really hard without Timbers. He needs one more wave or one more creep.
At least the lanes are split up now. J4 is looking to harass the mid when the time is right.
Offlane Quap is level 3.
Yeah, she's getting space now. Millen does a good job of making sure she can't just pull the wave over. Oh, Nisha. Wow, you're really low. Even with 10 reactive armor charges, he'll need to salve up soon. Get some space on J4, munches on a tree. Millen will come over. They need a good Burrow Strike to make this work. The bash connects on the Timbersaw. Nisha, 41 HP, but the DK Breathe Fire reaches barely up the hill. He only just had enough mana for it with his stick charges. So Timbersaw will fall. Oh. And Ancient Apparition is in a world of hurt. As the Cold Feet stand its ground and attack against the Night Stalker, still will not be enough.
I think it's time enough for him to go pull the safe lane. He doesn't have boots. His item is... His net worth is just sad. He's like half of what you start with.
Timbit returns to the lane. Exotic Deer's getting a lot better time in this top lane after getting that kill on the Tidehunter. Manages to stretch the advantage by about 800 gold.
Once you get level 5, it's a lot easier.
Partos is being charged on the bottom. There's no Observer Ward looking for this stuff anymore. In fact, they had the one on the hill. Would you watch the rotation? Okay, yeah, they should have seen that. It actually did see it because he backed up to the tier 1 tower and wasn't inside the lane.
I think he's still fine. He has raindrops. I don't think he's under that much threat unless he gets charged, but he's sitting in the fog, so it should be pretty hard for him to charge here.
Actually, with 6-1 charges as well, he should survive.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower.
Arcane Boots up for the Tidehunter, not to mention hitting his level 6. Not going to go for the Ravage, he's focusing more on the farm for now. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I don't think he can get a solo kill on the Lone Druid, so there's not really a good point for him to skill the Ravage unless he's going to be running around.
Lone Druid's going hand of Midas, first item.
When you have a free lane like this and you got a kill in lane, that's the play. Still no sign of whether he's going Radiance or Range Form. I still think Radiance is better.
If you got the safe lane, like how much time do you actually lose going Midas to Radiance?
Maybe like 2 minutes, I would say.
But it's still worth the trade-off, you think?
Yes, because his talents are incredibly good. Like he can get the plus 12 Spirit Bear armor this game. It's really good versus their lineup. They don't have that much magic damage. How do they, like even the Tidehunter with the Anchor Smash does physical damage. Oh, Nisha gets charged in the middle lane.
Oh, they're going on him.
Not even
At 15 reactive armor charges. That's a lot of life to try and fight through, and armor. 22 points of armor you have to fight through. Like with that Breathe Fire, you're not gonna do any level of damage.
Quap's able to come in the lane. That's pretty big success for her, I would say.
How's the Weave? Really expected Weaver to have a lot more net worth. He's only just over 3k. He's about 800 behind that of the Lone Druid. And this is before Druid has actually got his Midas. Actually, no, I take that back. He has Midas now.
Druid's lane was uncontested because Ty was jungling. That's pretty farm. Whereas Weaver has to try and harass the Quap a lot. And there was a lot of creep pull going on. I think he lost a lot of creeps to that 3-stack. Both teams eyeing that 3-stack. Queen of Pain? I don't know. Probably consider ulting that at 6.
Is that going to be enough with Scream and Sonic?
With Sand King, I think. Yeah, it's not worth it. But I will still think about it.
Maybe if Defending is trying to farm it up,
mid lane.
Then you can think about it. Yeah, the charge is coming on top of the Timbersaw, but he's dropped the DK so low. Tidehunter does have Ravage available. SK is on the way up. He might better create a little bit of space. Reactive armor charges are a little bit lower, but it's still 20 now for Timbersaw. Took some damage from the creep wave and then took no damage after that.
How does Timber die here in this game? Later on.
Not certain, really.
Yeah, I'm not so much.
Nisha, charge coming forward onto him. Remember, all those reactive armor charges, does not have Timber Chain, but he's got 14 one charges. Turns with a Shark Room. One charges have been triggered, gets bashed up the hill, wants to get away. Another Whirling Death is available, but it won't be enough. The Gush from 33 ensures the kill onto the Timbersaw.
Wow, how does this team not help him there?
No one came.
He was alive for a really long time. Well, I guess that's how Timber dies.
SK only just TP to the bottom lane, and Ancient Apparition only just TP to the top. So both supports couldn't move. And Queen of Pain actually just used her TP as well to get down to the bottom lane, I think.
Well, that's one of the situations that you don't want, the DK kill into a tower push. It's a lot of momentum lost for them. Nisha also lost all his stacks.
Reactive armor he can get back. That would be more concerning if he was losing Bloodstone charges.
He's supposed to be the big bad bully in this game, though. He's 0-2 and 0. And they're not playing well around him, though. He can carry this game, I think, like by himself. Like he can just walk into their team later on with max reactive and just dumpster them. But they're not really setting up for success. Instead, focusing their resources onto the lone druid, who is a much more reliable core.
Maybe that's the other way to look at it too, from Singularity's perspective. They're like, okay, well the Timbersaw's gonna have a good time anyway, so let's actually buff up the one hero who could stand with him then if he gets a good start.
Lone druid doesn't actually need help though, is the thing. Like his lane is just heroes like soaking up his lane. Ancient Apparition is helping him.
And Druid is a sharing man.
At least they did block that big spawn, so Radiance is going to be a little bit slower. He's really farmed though.
Yeah, 5.4k. Burrow Strike now up on the top lane. The Night Stalker, have they got themselves an entangle? Yeah, they do. Night Stalker will fall. Ancient Apparition, the man who's helping, takes the kill, will give up his life towards the Weaver. Nice Sandstorm from the SK. They have a Breathe Fire, but they do not have detection. 8 stick charges for the SK, but that's a level 1 Sandstorm.
Oh, his Tranquils are going to kick in too. Oh, nice play from J4.
Burrow Strike and run. The bugs are out, but no help is coming. Commits the Nether Strike to ensure a kill. But while this is going on, like, Lone Druid rotated to the bottom lane to actually team up with Partos. They're going to push the bottom tower. And he is going to go for Radiance.
I'm happy about that.
Rotations are moving from Planet Dog. Nisha would be able to steal that Invis rune. Only just picked up the bottle, the stun. Oh, they're going to reach it. Invis rune goes to the DK. Timbersaw silence. He needs time. Stick charges may give him that. The Ravage will not. Burrow Strike. Doesn't get there. He was thinking about it. Didn't do it at the end of the day. Bottom tier 1 tower was claimed by Singularity, but now they're trapped. The Savage Roar sending the Spirit Breaker away from the Spirit Bear. And more stuns. Burrow Strike. Exotic Deer, the Sonic Wave! Hits so hard. Ice Blast is also flying down. Doesn't really hit the target they wanted to. J4's hiding in the tree lines. Partos blinks himself up and away. Quick Burrow Strike as well from the SK. Brings him back in range of his tier 1 tower. Still, the Dragon Knight, happy to stand his ground and fight. Timber will not join that fight. In fact, he moves to the top lane to defend his tier 1 tower. And they're battling for the last hit. It's going to go the way of the Weaver. Shikuchi is up. He'll be able to escape.
Exotic Deer still... Oh, wait. Ulti coming down.
They were hoping he'll continue to farm, but because the charge was kicking in on the Queen of Pain, they understood that the Queen of Pain was posturing for an attack. SK, 1 charges. Man, that actually has him enough life to get back, and Burrow Strike up. Shrine still on cooldown for another 260 seconds.
They still can't damage these guys. They're so tanky. Spirit Breaker and the Tidehunter already has his hood. Here versus DK. I think I still think they should have played around the Timber Assault a lot more. So because he's the one that should be able to destroy them. Now he actually has a nice HP buffer with a point booster. So maybe he won't die again, but it's looking like that he's going to set up for a 4th death if they leave him alone stranded. Lone
Druid is in the neighborhood, so this time around Nisha shouldn't be alone. Millen's moving up as well. Exotic Deer's trying to help him out. Defending, has a time lapse already. They have to get the bug off the Timber Saw so we can get the armor back. Nice Burrow Strike. The Ice Blast is also in the perfect position. There's no regeneration for the DK anymore. He'll end up falling. Ravage on cooldown for 11 seconds. Ancient Apparition may have been traded, but for the DK, you're happy with this. And they have to time this right. Burrow Strike at exactly the moment of charge. J4 will be sliced up. Nisha will find the kill. And that's exactly what Singularity needed for 33. Ravage, committal. Queen of Pain, that level 4 Anchor Smash does enough damage. SK is on his way back in again. Can Burrow Strike and catch out 2 heroes? Maybe he needs to do it. Nisha is not a healthy man. Where is this Faith? He's just beating into the Tidehunter. The Burrow Strike will come, but it's just so late. He's already lost the Timbersaw.
Where is late detection? Spear Operator is going to have to do another charge play or just drop a
charge through him.
That's what he did last time.
Plan.
Well, Timbersaw dies again. Lone Druid at least playing for himself and will complete his Radiance in a pretty timely manner. It should get around 18 minutes, but there are really no one else really has items. The Queen is broke.
She's got less net worth than the Night Stalker. Ancient Apparition's going to get picked off. J4 and Millen able to easily combo together. Even DK coming in with the Breathe Fire to take the kill.
Sinking needs his Blink Dagger too. They need to be able to set up like Epi into Ice Blast combos. At least they got 1 kill on the DK with his Dragon Form up on the top lane, but they are imposing themselves around the map. Patos is going to die.
And they were charging that Queen of Pain just in case she blinked into the tree line. The mid tower is going to be harassed down. In 5 seconds time, you're going to see the Arcane Rune triggered into Dragon Form for the DK. You do have that epicenter just skilled up. They're mass pinging. They know something is up. Millen trying to take flight. Tier 1 tower fall. Don't even need to use the Dragon Form. This does not seem like the way the draft was meant to work for Singularity. I understand they're going to hit a power zone going into the mid game when Timbersaw has Heart and Lone Druid has Radiance plus 1 more item.
Timbersaw is what? Heart?
No, not Heart. Heart. Did I say Heart? Bloodstone. Hang on, give me a second.
Oh, okay.
I'm just going to use one of our sponsors' beverages.
It's like, I don't think I've ever seen a Timbersaw with a heart in my life.
It wouldn't be. It's a Bloodstone. I'm literally dead tired. Literally.
I just had to fact check you.
Thank you.
It's like, is that the build? am I missing out on Timber play here? Oh, his bear might die. Ooh, really low. And all the meanwhile, Weaver already has Lincolns. What?
He's the 2nd highest net worth on the field.
Wow, that's against this like power farming Lone Druid with Radiance too.
That was against a very crap early lane. Like we're talking about his net worth being really low. That's just very problematic for the bear. You're thinking about building him up, and once this Desolator is done, combining up with the Scarab Beetles, the negative armor is going to kick up. This means the Timbersaw's got less protection.
He might need to build Solar Crest on his bear.
Is under attack.
I don't think that'd be a bad idea at all for him.
Singularity just smoked underneath the ward. It was only the SK that was caught by the smoke, but it should be enough of a warning that they should back up.
Yep.
Either that or they fight.
They can go in onto the Tide if they want to. Strip Planet Dog will be happy with that.
He's got a fully completed pipe, plus a level 2 Ravage ready to go. And Weaver's taking the tier 2 tower while all this is going on. Like, Exotic Deer still needs to find that last bit of farm to pick up the Radiance. But you see how much damage the Weaver is able to do without having his full Deso already. But that bear's at half life from before. Nice entry ward. DK was being attacked. He knows they know. But the tier 1 tower is going to fall. Singularity are in no position to fight this. They just haven't prepared it enough yet.
Well, they also just don't have any damage. Tidehunter is so tanky right now. Pipe and Medallion. And he has cracking shell, so like I don't even know who damages him in this.
T1 tower's gone. J4 charging in. Just forces the blink away from Partos. Radiance is done for Lone Druid now. So he has that advantage to work with. And also a first hit root onto the Weaver. Plus Savage Roar. More damage which has to be time-lapsed out. Yeah, be really careful, SK. I wouldn't put it past 33 just to commit the Ravage to ensure the kill there. They're charging in. There goes your Gush. Hits the charge perfectly.
Well, looks like his blink's not coming out anytime soon. Okay, yeah, so now it's on Lone Druid. They still can turn things around because I think their lineup is decent in this matchup. Like Timbersaw and AA should fare very well versus these tanky heroes, but
AA might be dead.
yeah,
Back under the tower, Timbersaw's moving over. He wants a good fight here. The Bloodstone only just got picked up. He silenced, however, problematic from Millen. Ice Blast, minimal effectiveness, and the Ravage, maximum effectiveness. Timber Chain has to be used by Timbersaw to get out of this one, but he can't. He can only go short range, but that will be enough to Whirling Death down the Night Stalker, then chain up. The Gemini attack from Swift Bending will bring him down. Epicenter damage, minimal at best, but the Tide Hunter is low, but still, he actually gets the Queen of Pain before his final demise. Exotic Deer is the only one who's going to be happy with this situation. The fact he was able to survive through the fight and through the 3 kills that ended up happening.
oh man, if they had the AA ult actually connect on heroes, then they could have gotten a lot more from that fight. But still, finally, some signs of life from Singularity.
There's a 4-for-3 trade-off, but they're behind. Actually, I say they're behind.
Now they have Radiance. They've been waiting 20 minutes for the Radiance, pretty much, because their early game was just terrible. And Timbersaw has had a really tough time. But finally, he got some kills. He has some Bloodstone charges.
Yeah, he got 1 kill and then died straight off.
Yeah, they have armor issues. They really need Medallion and I would say Basilius at the least. Maybe Vlad's next on the Lone Druid would be pretty good, because you saw that Tide Hunter. He smacked the Quap at like 200 HP, but she had minus armor from, I believe, the bugs, and it definitely from Gush, and maybe from Medallion too, and she just got 1 shot at like 200 HP, which is pretty unusual.
Oh, H Apparition very quickly silenced up. Swift Ending going to commit, able to pick off the Ancient Apparition.
I feel bad for A's like this, man.
It's a terrible day for him. And he's coming out to split down wards, like he's trying to get vision down to protect his cause for farming. Bottom lane, Queen of Pain will go down. Dragon Knight is on the run. Spirit Breaker looks like he's going to sacrifice his life. Charges in 1 second, 1 second too long. And still no blink onto the Sand King. Means they cannot get these chase kills.
Weaver is becoming more of an issue. He just completed his Dezo. Minus armor abound now.
He's doing 224 damage a pop. Not including the negative armor.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
And then he's going to go into Diffusal Blade as his next item. Bear, be careful. That's a lot of damage. That's so much damage. The Bear gets picked off easily, and there's no resummon for 13 seconds.
Yeah, built some armor. Deer.
What, you gonna blade mail the Bear? Like,
Vlad's Ring of Vlad's plus Ring of Protections, I think. I think Ring of Protection is more value than Stout on him right now.
SK's gone. He doesn't survive this. The charge is on him. Dragon Tail stun, the charge may not even complete. Yeah, it doesn't. Night Stalker just punches him down.
Planet Dog giving good run in their potentially last game. They are down 0-1.
Miller's just going for ball. He's going after Partos. Charger's coming in, actually pulling out before he goes through the Timbersaw. But while Tide Hunter Ravage is up, they want Singularity to fight into this. Yes, you don't have the Weaver, but that's a double damage Dragon Knight with Dragon Form coming off cooldown now.
Oh, he has Silver Edge already. Oh my god, this Timbersaw is done for.
Here they go. They're going after Exotic Deer. Still in range form for the moment. Nether Strike pushes him back. Lone Druid's gone. And because of that death, he's dead for 50 seconds and his Bear's dead for 70.
Dire's top tower.
He did actually pick up the Vladimirs before he died. That's why there is no buyback. But they'll have to rely on their teammates to defend the high ground. against a Dragon Knight who wants to inflict more damage. Nisha, be very careful going close to that Silver Edge.
Dire's top
Tight Under or Timbersaul's pretty much done, I think, at this phase in the game. He died so much early on, and
Weaver's taking range racks.
yeah,
He's already taken the tier 3 tower. This is why they're pushing it, so the range racks will go down. Fire Strike is nice, does catch him thanks to the Sentry Ward. They knew exactly where he would be. And Shikuchi once more moves back up in range of the Sentry. They still need another one. Dust will do it. They want this kill. It's a 7-kill streak. The money is so good. But while they're chasing that, the bottom melee racks is being taken out by the Dragon Knight. They get it. They get out. So you lost your range racks on top and your melee on bottom.
they are executing the 4 strength run at you strategy very well. Like, they have just been pressuring Singularity from the get-go and kind of making them react. But the thing is, they didn't react. AA in an offensive tri-lane with a Quap did not pan out well for them. And he chain fed at the start. He's tried to get his level 6, but in the meantime, everyone else was just dying. And they did not protect Timbersaw, so now he's pretty much useless. When they have the Silver Edge out this early on, and Weaver has had his uncontested farm.
He finished the Diffusal Blade. We're 25 minutes in with Lincoln's Death, so Diffusal.
No armor too. I also think Queen probably should have built some armor. I like sometimes early Aquila on Queen if you're in a weird role like this situation, because like you have Yules, but you still don't have any armor, and she's just gonna die to Weaver, I would say at this point. And just a couple Geminates. Blade Mail versus their tanky line is probably not that great. Veil would be Veil actually is incredibly important here.
Radiant's top tower is under
It's also just hard to make offensive Queen work.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
I don't know if things would have been better if they put safe lane Queen.
They're committing to kill off the bear. Savage Roar's gonna stop him with the Urn Charge on the bear. If they can kill this, he's gonna resummon in 35 seconds. But the Urn's making it impossible to recall it. There you go, they found it now. Weaver will move in. He's hoping the bug will latch, it will not do so, but it doesn't matter. They gush. Negative 13 armor on that bear. Roshan's already been taken and DK is taking a shrine. They're getting so many objectives that just set them up perfectly for the fights, Planet Dog.
Yeah, it should be relatively easy for them to close out. Actually, Sand King has Blink, so if he can get a big Blink combo, FE combo, into AA ulti on, I would say, like 2 heroes that maybe take the fight. But Queen's not even level 12 yet. They don't have that level 2 Sonic Wave to start to help finish those heroes off.
They don't have that. Even doing direct damage, Solar Crest just got completed on J4. The Spirit Breaker has a Solar Crest.
That's the build.
They're running out of too much. Like they're running out of time. So if anyone will come in and will take that melee racks on the top, you know it's gonna come. The bottom lane momentum continues to push in. Dragon Knight. Like, he used the Dragon form to kill off Roshan before, but thanks to the Arcane runes he continues to find. He's already got Dragon form back. The fresh BKB has arrived. And there goes the Dragon form. A stun on Tanisha. They'll break him. And now they'll see if they can drop him. Epicenter. I hear it. It's up on top lane. They kill the Weaver off. That's a big one. SK will take it. 1,200 gold. Or 1,100 gold. But then Ravage. Queen of Pain, the follow-up stun, Dragon Tail not even required, the Burrow Strike doesn't create enough space here from the SK and J4 charging through, trying to bounce as many people out as possible, but it's Nisha, Nether Strike back, Silver Edged out, and Timbersaw losing life quickly. The double Burrow Strike, for some reason DK actually backed off, thought his teammates had it, and maybe we'll start to lose out on players. J4 charges in, bashing through 3 heroes. They have enough damage? Yes, they do. J4 will fall down, but the DK, under the cover of his BKB, maybe a little bit too deep. The Ice Blast will miss its target, running a little too high, but here comes Nisha. Here comes the Timbersaw. They've killed off 3 of them. They're going for more. Dragon Knight revealing himself out the Silver Edge, the Burrow Strike and Entangle onto the DK. Big kills come in the way of Singularity and maybe an overcommitment from Planet Dog. They cannot afford to lose so many heroes when they're so far ahead. This is a lot of money A lot of experience. 5.3k, 3,000 worth of the gold. The swing will be high.
We need to give some of those blue crystals to the Weaver. If he could go back in time, he would probably buy back time lapse and then go clean them up. One more hero there, especially a hero as farmed as Weaver, would have easily, I think, swept the favor in Planet Dogs. But at the same time, that's why Singularity came outside of the base and pushed so aggressively. And DK also not the best Aegis carrier. You don't have Dragon form, and he's also not the most farmed hero on the Planet Dog side. Small slip up from them. I think as 5, if they can somehow stop someone from dying.
Nisha messed up a little bit. He didn't get the right timber chain. Same time.
This Lotus Orb's doing really well for him. It gives him a lot of armor just in case he gets broken or solar crested. And it also takes off the long duration silence from the Night Stalker. So
he's going to go for both that and the Blade Mail.
Armor is good here. Armor is king. If you're Singularity. Yeah. Blade Mails, Veils, I guess Ghost Scepter is okay. Not really so much such refusal. So more armor for everyone.
He changed his mind. Indecision from Nisha, but he just picked up a medallion. Trouble for him. Needs something to jump to. Lotus Orb, again protecting Epicenter. Jumping forward, doesn't hit any of the heroes.
Uh-oh.
That's a big waste.
They can't, I don't think they can actually burst down the Weaver without the Epicenter.
You just need the Ice Blast Sonic Wave. At least the Sonic Wave is level 2.
The thing is, you can time lapse out of the Ice Blast. You can still heal up from that. So they also don't have a good way to pop his Lincolns. I didn't see how they popped his Lincolns during the. Oh, he has a Force Staff. I think he just bought that.
Yeah, it only just came up. Now, Burrow Strike goes on the DK. Here comes your Ice Blast, missing his target. Only connects onto the Night Stalker. Even then, no, it didn't. It was just a chilling touch. Here goes your Ravage, popping heavily. The BKB DK standing his ground. Remember, they're here for the melee racks, but if you can take the heroes as well, hey, why not? You get the continuous silences and control. Defending, time-lapse up all of his damage. They move closer towards the Sand King. Shrine giving back the life to Singularity, but maybe not enough. But Nisha keeps on bouncing around. The buyback came out from the Ancient Apparition. They want kills. Night Stalker managed to actually pick up Singularity's gem and start the run away. But if DK falls, is this all for nothing? Exotic Deer can be charged, but J4 can't finish the job. The Eul Scepter protects the Queen of Pain, won't protect the Rax. Ice Blast again gonna be off target. They need this to help him out. The Weaver has no time lapse available. Ishikuchiing away. Timber Swords in the neighborhood. Chakram, they finally bring him down. Much needed Bloodstone charges, much needed money. But you've lost 2 full lanes of racks now. The Catapult will finish the range racks on the bottom.
Whew. They're still able to fight very well despite the net worth being heavily in favor of Planet Dog. Timbersaw is actually destroying right now. I thought he was going to be useless, but now that he's actually picked up some armor items that can survive the initial burst, and then he has
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
55 armor
Radiant
with reactive,
are
and
fortified.
he went for the health regen talent. Like he's crushing, and they don't have a good way to deal with the evasion right now. Nor do they have good magic damage to actually burst him down through reactive. And a Silver Edge is okay, but you can't actually kill him. You're just actually feeding him more reactive stuff.
The Assault Cuirass as well, being on the bear, is finally allowing the bear to survive.
Oh, he has AC. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
He's got 36 armor on the bear thanks to the plus 12 Spirit Bear
that
armor
talent is so good. That tier of talent.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
And how they try and answer it? Like, you do have an Aghanim Scepter on the Tidehunter, so he's finished that one up now.
They just need more sustain. I think Vlad's on Planet Dog side go a long way just because of how long these fights are. You're going to be lifestealing a lot as the Weaver and the DK. That was a really nice force staff to start with the fight too. The Dragon Knight got stunned and they force staffed them immediately out knowing that the Ice Blast would hit. I think if that had hit early, they actually probably wouldn't have gotten a Rax during that time. But next Roshan coming out very, very soon. Singularity, they have to push outside of their base. They only have 1 set of Rax left. I think with this Aegis, they could probably just throw bodies at this tower and finish off in relatively quick fashion. But that is pending they get Roshan for free.
They can do that. Timber's got even more.
Yeah, Timbersaw needs to be up. Wow, he went for another plate mail.
He got the plate mail. So I'm just like, I'm just starting to count. It's like, are we not going to get to a point where there's diminishing returns on how much armor you have?
Nope. No
Never hit
TR
that
on
point?
armor. Oh, there's only TR on minus armor.
He's at 65 armor at the moment. And he's still going to finish up the cheapest guard, then go into the Aghanim Scepter. They really are going to have a hard time getting physical damage into him.
Yep.
And the Weaver, I was actually wondering where he would go with his item build. I wasn't thinking Dragonlance. I was actually thinking he'd go something a little bit more hard biting, but it looks like it's going to be Dragonlance for him. This is a nice upgrade. Aghanim Scepter now arriving for the Night Stalker. A lot harder for Singularity to get any kind of jump. But I suppose with this lineup, they're not really jumping. It's Planet
the
Dog
Epicenter
coming at
whip
you.
last fight. They didn't. That's the only jump they really have.
Yeah.
Is sinking. It's more about the outlast. I think they need a. Who can they kill early on in the fight? AA is definitely the hero to kill. Like the icy vortex, the ice vortex rather. He actually went for 8% spell amp too. Wow, that is a selfless player right there. Oh my goodness.
No gold per minute.
That's so bold. It actually did do a lot though for them, I think, in these fights. Like the chilling touch, the cold feet, the ice blast. Also synergizes pretty well with the 8% ice vortex slow resistance at 20. So yeah, that was actually probably the right choice. I just can't believe how selfless he is. I guess that's why he's playing support.
The bugs just hit the SK. Found him in the trees. He's able to get rid of it pretty quickly. Now the charge coming forward. They really want to kill off this SK, but you're in very, very deep. Sand King will fall, but the Ice Blast connects on J4. Not to mention the cold feet. He couldn't go anywhere as the back lines. DK, they're trying to save their selfless Ancient Apparition. It won't happen. Sonic Wave will connect on 3 heroes, but the damage is negligible. Exotic Deer cannot complete his TP out. Locked in by Diffuser Blade. Ravaged up. 3 heroes down, including the Lone Drill with no buyback. Nisha, how broad are your shoulders? Can you lift this entire team into victory? You've lost Queen of Pain. She'll buy back. Your reactive armor charges are actually quite low. They're purposefully not hitting him, allowing the charges to drop. But the mid tower is gone. He's trying to battle up against the Dragon Knight. They've isolated him, but you're fine with this if you're Planet Dog, because you have just got Megas. You've taken the mid lane. There's just too much for this Timbersaw to do.
His Ags and Titaner is also destroying them. Minus armor on everyone, combined with Swarm and Dezo. Like, everyone was just paper, aside from the Timber, which they did the right thing and just ignored him. Just let him be. He doesn't have Scepter, so he's not outputting tons of damage. He also went for Blade Mail, and they have even more reason to ignore him at this point. But that is Megas.
They put an Observer Ward down right on top of him. But support's coming over. Sand King, as he sentry to check. Probably should do that before they kill him. Timbersaw goes in. Roshan's already quite low. Ice Blast is on the way. Again, it won't hit on anyone, but it does give the chill effect to a couple of them. And that may be enough. Nope, J4. Nisha has to commit by Timber chaining down. But he's losing so many teammates every time these fights continue on for so long. Now they look at him. Lotus Orb protection. Blade Mail will come back off cooldown. But the damage, they have enough. Planet Dog will commit. Timbersaw will fall. With no buyback available, they'll finally call it GG, well played. We will go to a third and deciding game between Planet Dog and Singularity.
Planet Dog, I think, is just a much deeper team than Singularity. This win was pretty impressive from them and how they shut the Timbersaw down. And Singularity seemed very lost when their offlaner Patos is not able to direct them around the map with a team fighter. Like, they seem to have like a very specific formula for what heroes they need for specific players.